welcome back, friends, to SusanCanCreate. This is our St. Patrick's Day celebration. As you can tell, I'm all decked out in my St. Patrick's Day goodies. All right, so St. Patrick's Day is a lot of fun. Green is my favorite color, so I had a really good time doing this one. Let's talk a little bit about what I did for St. Patrick's Day. This time I used, I got several things this time to fill in. I used Etsy. Don't forget, when you're out there shopping, Hobby Lobby, I get things from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, that type of thing. But I also use Etsy for things. And this time, I used a few vendors that really came through for me. I asked them to ship kind of quickly, and they did for me. And I'll put those guys in and down in the description, so make sure you look for those. This top, you're gonna see I've got shamrocks here, all kind of blinged up here, and this is from BlingBlingFashions, and I got that from there. I got my jewelry here, my little shamrocks. I got those from Amazon. Some of the other things that I got for this table setting and stuff, I got these really cool candles. They've got shamrocks on them. They're really, really nice. These came from TerryTalents. He was really good about getting these things to me. He got them right to the post office because I wasn't sure I would get them on time, but he did. A couple other things that came. I got these lovely, I really like these shamrock picks. These are really large, and they came from Etsy also. Came from HolidayWhimsybyDeann, by Deann. And like I said, they'll be all listed down in the description part. A couple other things, I did get these napkin rings that have little shamrocks on them. They came also. A couple other things that I wanted to talk about today is this Tablescape is kind of a vintage Tablescape plus kind of an organic feel to it. The Irish, I do have some Irish in my line, and they are all about the land and growing their own food. And they appreciate everything about the land and the food. So you'll see my Tablescape kind of represents that. So I mixed the vintage with the land and the food. My sister-in-law had, when she heard I was doing St. Patrick's Day, she had some dishes that she asked if I'd like to use, like I've talked about before. There's no sense in these things collecting dust in your cabinet somewhere. Get these things out and use them. Who knows who you're going to be able to hand things down to? I've learned that lesson. I don't know who I'm going to hand my stuff down to. Things that are important, that have been in our family for a long time. My kids don't show a whole lot of interest in wanting anything like that. And so I'm not sure. Maybe it'll skip a generation and my grandchildren will be interested. I certainly hope so, because they do have a lot of meaning. But I'm going to get them out and, use them in videos. And why not? If they break, they break. But better than just sitting and looking at them collecting dust somewhere in some china cabinet. I'd rather get them out and feel them, play with them, look at them. But what I used is this, my sister-in-law gave me a set of bleak. I had a couple of pieces. I had a couple of serving plates. This is bleakware. This comes from Ireland. It is made in Ireland. It is fine china. And let me show you. This is where it comes from. This is where it's made. It is made in, I put the little business card up here. But it's made in Ireland, and it is true bleak pottery or china. And so she had quite a few pieces of it, And so I incorporated that into the Tablescape, along with a few pieces that I had. I just had like these, which are more serving plates. So that was kind of fun. I built that around the Tablescape. For St. Patrick's Day, my father used to always make corned beef and cabbage, and then when he passed, my mother, continued on, and then I continued on with it. I happen to love corned beef and cabbage. Today I did make a slow cooker. In the slow cooker, I made corned beef and cabbage with a stout beer gravy. And I'm going to show you some of that before we go into the dining room. I'll show you that. The other part I'm going to have with that dinner, and these recipes I'll put down in the description for you. But we're going to have Irish soda bread. If you've never had Irish soda bread, please try it and make it. There is nothing like Irish soda bread. It is so good. It warm with butter on it. Oh, it is fabulous. For dessert, I made salted caramel apple cake. Oh, so good. And so this is really, it's a wonderful winter meal, and it's just delicious. Try it, try it at home. It's great. The recipes are good. They are. Like I said, I've tried them out, and they're pretty darn good. Please subscribe to my channel down below. Hit the like button, hit the alarm button so you're notified. We'll go ahead and I'll show you some of the prep for the corned beef and cabbage, and then we'll go ahead and we'll go on into the dining room. We'll look at all of that, and then we'll meet back here again, and we will close out the video. So have a good time. Okay, let's go over the ingredients here. This is for the St. Patrick's Day corned beef and cabbage meal that I'm going to have. And right here are all the ingredients. I have basically this is a 2 3/4 pound corned beef there in the center. And then I have to the left of that, I have the little flavor packet right there. Up here, I have, there's a pound of carrots. I use the organic little rainbow carrots just because I'm too lazy to get the other ones and cut them up, and I like those. I like that size. In the center, I'm using the Kettle Fire vegetable broth. And then I got a small organic head of green cabbage. I'm going to use some black pepper, some caraway seeds, and that's basically the beginnings of the first step, actually, in the preparation. All of this will go into a crock pot. Well, little change of plans in here. I was going to show you, I had done a video of how I made the slow cooker corned beef and cabbage, and I was going to show you the finished product. Well, I didn't like it. It was a recipe I'd never tried before, and I'm pretty picky about my corned beef and cabbage. Excuse me. And I really didn't like it. I don't know what the deal was. I think it was that gravy or whatever it was on there. I didn't like it. So anyway, I'm going to not show you how I prepped that. I'm going to cut that part out of the video. And I found another recipe which is much closer to what I normally make. And I'm going to put that down in the description. And I'm just not going to show you that part because I just don't like it. So anyway, so I am going to, give you a recipe for it, but I can't in all good conscience do the other part because I just know if I don't like it, then you're not going to see it. So anyway, so we'll continue on and keep going on with the video, and I just thought I needed to cut in and let you know that there was a little bit of a change. So let's get back to the video. We're in the dining room, and let's start at this little round side table. I put a little vignette here. I used a wooden tray. I have two shamrock candles sitting in two green glass dishes. And behind it I have some wooden little sayings about St. Patrick's Day. And in the middle I have an Irish jug that has a blessing on it, an Irish blessing. And I put some Irish or 4-leaf clovers coming out of the top. Just a small little vignette to start out our viewing of the dining area. And on the tall plant stand, I made a little floral arrangement. I used a tall green vase, and I started out, I put some vines, drooping kind of vines. I started with that. As you can see, they droop all the way down, which I really liked that look. So I put those around the bottom, and then I just filled it with some different flowers. Not too much, just a few little white stems in there, and different varieties. I think altogether there may be three stems in that vase, but I thought that was enough. I just wanted a little something in that corner, a little bit of the green to fill in that corner. And as we move towards the apothecary, there is the lantern that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's right around, I would say, 18 inches. They're about 18 to 20 inches tall. And I put one of my candles on the inside, and I really like it. It just added a nice elegance to the setting. And in the middle, I made another little place setting vignette type of thing. Using the bleakware, there's a little bowl and a little, another one of the little, looks almost like a sugar bowl, and a vase of the bleakware. And in the vase, I just put a grouping of shamrocks. I put a couple of plants in the background. I had a little wooden truck that says Happy St. Patrick's Day up on top. And behind that there is a bowl with some shamrocks on it. Now over to the side table, and here I set up more of the bleakware. I set it up as a little tea service over here. On the left, I have a plant sitting in the back. At the front, I have a green glass candle holder with a shamrock shaped candle in it. On a little whitewash stand, I put one of the green chargers and more of the the teapot. And to the right, there are more of there is the bleakware, the creamer, again, a sugar bowl and a heart-shaped bowl, all sitting on bleak tray. And then behind there we have a little him and her back there, teddy bears that are dressed in the Irish greens. Makes a nice little vignette. And I also put some greenery around there to anchor it and to go with our theme of fresh greens and sort of a farm theme. Okay, as we move over to the fireplace, I have several little vignettes over here. Let's start with this one. I surrounded this little vase with a greenery with different plants, some rosemary plants and other plants, and on a stool I put this green vase. I filled it with green and white, a little decorative, those little glass little stones in there. And then on top of it I got a big huge cabbage, flowering cabbage head, And sitting inside that little cabbage head is a little Irish gnome sitting there hiding in the cabbage head. Let's see him from far away. You can see he is sitting there just nestled in this green tower of his, hiding in the big old cabbage head there. Then swinging over to the middle, we see in a green tartan scarf, we see a little treasure chest. Could this be at the end of the rainbow? Maybe so. We see a little leprechaun protecting a whole treasure chest full of coins. Then up on top you see the little Irish gnomes again hiding up there. And then in the middle we see a metal plate up there that says Happy St. Patrick's Day. You know, over on the other side we have the same thing. We have our gnome, we have our shamrock candles, and our little jar with shamrocks on it. As we come down below, we have another floral arrangement here. This one has all kinds of green green florals, and in the middle it has some big green shamrocks. Mostly greens I used in these florals, a few little light colored ones you'll see there. And then I put it in a white ceramic milk can and used some real plants at the bottom. So looking at the fireplace all together, you can see that we have the floral arrangement here, and then our little pot of gold in the middle, and then the other floral arrangement at the other end. And then up top are our shelves with our gnomes, and then our metal ring in the middle that says Happy St. Patrick's Day. So that does take care of the fireplace. So now let's take a look at our dining room tablescape. See if we can take a long shot here and just kind of see the whole thing at once. And then we'll break it down and take a look at all the components that went into this. Okay, as usual, let's take the place setting apart and let's look at that piece by piece here for a minute. Okay, so I used my white linen tablecloth as a base. I got a runner like this that had the green plaid that I wanted to go with for St. Patrick's Day. I used these vinyl gold placemats, the chargers or placemats, whichever you'd like to use them as. Like I told you before, they're extremely versatile. I have two different styles of them, and I find I'm using them for lots of stuff. I decided to use my gold silverware with this since it had gold for most of the things and accents. Okay, next I used, let me grab it here. I have these glass chargers. They have a green and gold trim around here. I got these online, and if you're interested to find out where, send me a note. I'll have to look it up. I'm not exactly positive where I got them, but I will, if you'd like to know, I'd be happy to look it up. Just send me a note and I'll be glad to look it up for you. So they go next. All right, so the glass charger went next. Next, I just used I have these are standard, some of my standard white dishes that I had. They're just holiday market. They're hand washed, they're porcelain, but they have a gold trim on them. They're just one of my standard white dishes that I use for a lot of stuff. and that went next. Next, I used the Bleakware, which I talked about in the first part. This is the Bleakware that's from Ireland, and we talked about that. You know, you might as well, like we talked about, this stuff was, I mean, I have learned that you need to just go ahead and use your stuff. Whatever you have, you know, don't sit there and save it. Use it. I used to keep all my stuff very safe, you know, and I'd look at it in the china cabinets or whatever. Not anymore, man. I bring it out. I'm using it for everything that I can, and I'm enjoying it. I'm getting to see it. I love it. I enjoy it. If it breaks, well, so be it. I don't know that anybody wants it to be handed down to them, so I might as well use it myself. So the Bleakware went next. Next, I went and got these at Hobby Lobby. Just as luck of the Irish. I really liked them. They're just a stone, but I wanted that for the place setting. Okay, so that's basically the place setting. So then I had green glasses. Actually, I got these at Hobby Lobby too, but there they go. I put that one at the top. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you're going to be able to see what I'm doing up there. Now, for this. This is the napkin I decided on how to do it. Okay, so this is the goblet right here. It's green. I got that. I got these online. These are just shamrock napkin rings, which I really liked. These are the napkins that matched the runner that I got. And how I did it was they came, you know, they came just, I'm going to try not to do this too, well, I'll just do it, okay? Came like this, all right? And then you just fold it like this. Fold it like an accordion fan. Fold it back, forth, back, forth, back, and forth, back, and forth. Okay, once you have it like that, you want to fold it in half, okay? Fold it in half, like that. Now, you're going to kind of hold it like that. You're going to put this ring on down here. And for this one, you want the bottom of the stem of the shamrock pointing down, okay? You're going to slide it around. So it's like this, and then you're going to poof this up a little bit. Poof it up. That's going to go in the bottom of the glass, like that. The shamrock stem is going to go over the edge of the glass, and you can adjust, you know, the height that you want of your thing, and then you're going to fan this out. You're going to fan it out how you want it. Okay, just fan it out. Okay. Okay, there you go. All right. It definitely makes a statement, and you know, becomes part of your tablescape. Okay, perfect. So that's your that's that part of the tablescape. So let's look at the rest of the tablescape. All right. So as you can see, I just sort of put all of these little coins, you know, all the way around. Just use those. My husband was so excited because he thought they were the kind that were filled with chocolate, you know, that you could peel off. No, couldn't have that much chocolate around the house. And so, no, they're just the fake ones. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby or somewhere. Okay, so in here, I have some more of the Bleakware, and I just put a little bit of, you know, little floral in there. And I got these dishes, which it goes with my whole theme here. And set that in there. It looks almost like a reminds me kind of either a cabbage leaf or a water lily or something like that. Set that in there, just like that. And then we'll move down here to the main, to the centerpiece. Okay, we're down here by the centerpiece. What I wanted to show you too is over here just a little bit, if you can see. Behind here I also put these lovely shamrock candles. They are here also. Okay. Now, my idea for the centerpiece was, Irish people, and I do have Irish in my ancestry. They are of the land. They love the land. They love the food. They like to grow the food. And so I thought about doing something that was very organic for my centerpiece. So I made a floral. This floral was very easy here in the top. I got one of these very fancy little shamrock picks here, and as I showed you earlier, I got from Etsy. And then I got some green and white carnations, and I put them in a metal vase, antique looking vase. And then I got a metal tray that's down on the bottom, and I surrounded the whole thing with real vegetables. This is, that's real cabbage right there. This is real artichoke. Apples. I have broccoli in there. I have all kinds of vegetables. Brussels sprouts. I just filled it all with vegetables. And then coins. Toss coins in there too. And then put a little green and white vine that's growing all around in it. But I wanted something that just felt very organic and very like, I don't know, just felt like the farm and land. So that's what I did for the centerpiece, and it's one of the few centerpieces that we'll be able to eat. So there you go. As we move past the centerpiece and we move down to the other end, you'll see that the rest of it is looks about, is the same as the upper end. But there you have it. You have a look at my St. Patrick's Day tablescape and those ideas. And I hope it inspires you to have a St. Patrick's Day dinner party of your own, and gives you some ideas for that, and enjoy friends and family. Now I'll meet you back in the other room, and we'll finish out the video. Thank you. Well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the tour of the tablescape and the dining room. We aren't going to have a riddle again because we're not caught up again. We won't have a riddle until the Italian pizza party. So in its place, I did put up a Irish blessing on. I think that is appropriate. Everybody can use a good blessing. And so I put that up, and of course we have our community pet page coming up. Please send in some pet pictures if you'd like to enjoy seeing your pets on a YouTube video. We certainly enjoy seeing all the pets and what's happening. Hopefully we'll get some more pet pictures and watch our little puppy family grow. And so I think that's about it. I am trying to get these posted, like I said, once a week. I think that's working out pretty well. And again, add comments. If there's something you'd like to see, let me know. If there's something that you'd like to talk about, let me know. Remember, I am on Instagram. I am on Facebook. I have a web page, www.SusanCanCreate.com. If you are interested at all in anything, if you make anything, if you make crafts or something that you want to sell, get in contact with me. I am building a page, and I want to have a store. If you're interested, and we can get together, and if it's something that we can both agree on and it works for others, then we'll talk about it and we can work that out. So until next time, I hope you all stay healthy and happy and safe, and I'll see you next time.